Welcome to the Bare Metal Cyber CISSP Prepcast. This series helps you prepare for the ISC Squared CISSP exam with focused explanations and practical context. In today's episode, we'll cover insider threat identification and mitigation, critical areas of cybersecurity focused on managing risks that originate from within the organization. Unlike external attackers, insider threats often have legitimate access, contextual awareness, and the ability to bypass traditional security defenses. Whether driven by malice, negligence, or accident, these internal actors can cause substantial harm to data, operations. As a future certified information systems security professional, you'll need to recognize the warning signs of insider threats, understand how to detect and mitigate them effectively, and build programs that foster accountability while protecting organizational assets. Let's begin with a foundational understanding of insider threats. An insider threat is any risk posed by individuals who have authorized access to organizational systems, data, or operations. These individuals may include current or former employees, contractors, third-party vendors, or even partners who have trusted roles within your organization. Insider threats fall into three broad categories: malicious insiders, negligent insiders, and unintentional actors. Malicious insiders deliberately misuse their access to cause harm, often due to personal grievances, financial incentives, or ideological motives. Negligent insiders may violate security policies or handle sensitive data carelessly without realizing the consequences. Unintentional insiders can trigger incidents by clicking malicious links, misconfiguring systems, or failing to follow procedures. What makes insider threats particularly dangerous is their access. Unlike external attackers who must bypass firewalls and intrusion detection systems, insiders already possess credentials, familiarity with internal processes, and proximity to sensitive data. Their actions may go unnoticed for extended periods, and their motivations may not be immediately clear. Effectively managing insider threats requires a multifaceted approach. You need to combine behavioral analysis, technical monitoring, organizational awareness, and a strong culture of security accountability. Understanding the nature of insider threats helps organizations reduce internal risks and strengthen their overall cybersecurity posture. Let's now explore how to identify insider threat indicators. Detection often begins with behavioral patterns. Watch for unusual login behaviors, such as logins at odd hours, from unfamiliar locations, or across multiple devices in a short period. Excessive file downloads, repeated access to sensitive systems outside of an individual's normal duties, or the use of unauthorized storage devices can also be red flags. Look for motivational signals. While technical indicators are important, human factors often provide the first clues. Employees under financial stress, those who are disgruntled or have recently been reprimanded, or those expressing dissatisfaction with leadership may warrant closer attention. Changes in behavior, such as isolation from coworkers or abrupt changes in job performance, can also be signs of concern. Use advanced monitoring tools. Behavioral analytics platforms, user and entity behavior analytics, and anomaly detection tools can help correlate events, detect deviations from established baselines, and alert on suspicious activity that may otherwise be overlooked. Establish clear reporting channels. Employees must feel safe and supported when reporting suspicious activity. Anonymous or confidential reporting systems, coupled with anti-retaliation policies, encourage a culture where people feel empowered to act on their concerns. Effective insider threat identification requires collaboration. IT, human resources, security teams, and senior leadership must share information, align response strategies, and maintain vigilance. No single team can handle this risk alone. Let's now discuss the importance of insider threat mitigation. The damage caused by insider threats can be severe. This includes theft of intellectual property, data breaches involving personal or financial information, sabotage of systems, and disruption of operations. Beyond the technical damage, insider incidents erode customer trust, impact organizational morale, and can result in significant regulatory penalties. Mitigating insider threats helps protect your most valuable assets, your data, systems, and reputation. It also shows stakeholders that you are taking proactive measures to safeguard the organization, comply with laws, and maintain accountability. A clearly defined insider threat program demonstrates organizational maturity. It provides a framework for detecting, reporting, analyzing, and responding to internal threats in a structured way. It includes policies, procedures, training, and tools that create both deterrence and detection. Mitigation efforts must be thorough. It's not enough to react after an incident occurs. You must proactively manage insider risk as part of your day-to-day security operations. This includes ongoing risk assessments, privilege management, employee engagement, and awareness. Understanding how to mitigate insider threats ensures your organization remains resilient, compliant, and prepared to act quickly when internal threats emerge. For more information on CISSP certification and other valuable cybersecurity education resources, please visit cyberauthor.me. You'll find best-selling books, training tools, and resources tailored specifically for cybersecurity professionals. Also, there are other podcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Let's now walk through how to implement effective mitigation strategies. Start by developing comprehensive policies. Your insider threat policy should define what constitutes a threat, outline roles and responsibilities, describe monitoring practices, and define escalation paths for suspected incidents. Conduct thorough background checks. Before onboarding employees or contractors, perform screening that includes criminal background, employment history, and verification of qualifications. While not foolproof, this step helps reduce the chance of hiring individuals with high-risk behaviors. Provide ongoing training and awareness. Educate staff on acceptable use, data handling requirements, social engineering risks, and how to recognize insider threat indicators. Security training should be mandatory and tailored to different roles and levels of access. Apply least privilege principles. Users should only have the access necessary to perform their duties, no more, no less. Regularly review access rights and promptly revoke access for users who no longer require it, especially after terminations or role changes. Deploy robust monitoring and analytics platforms. These should include real-time alerting, behavior correlation, and integration with security information and event management platforms. Monitor for both technical and behavioral indicators of insider risk. Train HR, security, and management teams. These groups should be equipped to identify early warning signs, conduct preliminary assessments, and collaborate during investigations. Your insider threat response plan should be tested and reviewed regularly to ensure effectiveness. Let's now examine the security controls that support insider threat management. Begin with comprehensive monitoring tools. These systems should collect and analyze logs from workstations, servers, email platforms, and cloud applications. User behavior analytics adds context and helps prioritize risk. Establish secure reporting channels, provide confidential hotlines, web portals, or third-party reporting services so employees can report concerns safely and anonymously. Enforce strong access control. Use multi-factor authentication, role-based access, and just-in-time provisioning to limit exposure. Apply file encryption, endpoint protections, and mobile device management to enforce policy across your workforce. Conduct regular audits, periodic reviews of system access, user behavior, and operational activity help ensure that controls are working and that unauthorized behavior is detected early. Prepare for incident response. Maintain detailed documentation procedures, forensic capabilities, and chain of custody controls to ensure proper handling of evidence if an insider investigation is initiated. Finally, let's focus on continuous improvement in insider threat management. Threats change, people change. Your program must evolve too. Regularly review your strategy in light of new incidents, threat intelligence, legal updates, and technology shifts. Use case studies and post-incident reviews to improve detection and response. Ask what indicators were missed, how reporting could have been improved, and what controls need to be strengthened. Solicit feedback from all levels of the organization. Employees may have insights into what's working and what's not. Management may highlight communication gaps or process inefficiencies. Encourage collaboration. Insider threat management involves security, legal, compliance, HR, and leadership. A unified approach ensures consistency and trust across teams. Reinforce training and awareness. Make it part of your organizational culture. A vigilant workforce, empowered with knowledge and supported by leadership, is your best defense. Thank you for joining the CISSP Prepcast by Bare Metal Cyber. Visit baremetalcyber.com for additional episodes, comprehensive CISSP study resources, and personalized certification support. Deepen your understanding of insider threat identification and mitigation, and will consistently support your journey towards CISSP certification success.